Good morning, Hetty. Good morning, Kirsty. We'll just give it a couple more minutes before we start, but maybe while we're waiting, if we just bring our attention to our Sahasrara, do some nice deep breaths. I'll just turn that music down. Let's begin our day by namaskaring, tying up our kundalini and putting ourselves into Bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's just do this with our full attention. Let's have that desire that as we do this, we'll bring our attention into that thoughtlessness, and that's our desire. Through this meditation, we'll come into thoughtless awareness, into that bliss and that peace within us. And this Bandhan is just putting all those beautiful vibrations around us. And that each and every centre is getting a protection. And it's balancing the left with the right and the right with the left. With our hands on our lap. her attention on Sahasrara. Let's just see where we're sitting within ourselves. A couple of deep breaths. Thank you, Mother Kundalini, for flowing through us. And thank you for bringing us into balance. Mother Kundalini, please bring my mind into peacefulness. Let's just put our right hand onto our right navi. And here let's just say, Mother Kundalini, you take care of all my worries and all my family problems. I surrender all of my problems, all of my worries to you. Mother Kundalini, please fill each and every cell of my being with your love and your vibrations. Mother Kundalini, please fill each and every cell of my being with peacefulness and calmness. Mother Kundalini, please fill each and every cell of my being with love and compassion. Mother Kundalini, please fill each and every cell of my being with innocence, wisdom, and purity. Mother Kundalini, please fill each and every cell of my being with the light and love of my spirit. Mother Kundalini, please fill each of my cells of my being with forgiveness and compassion. Mother Kundalini, please establish within me my self-realization. let's just do one mantra to Shri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
We have to seek the eternal. We have to seek the eternal, and the transitory is to be used in moderation, in its own limitation, and in its full understanding. Today's problems of ecology, this, that, all these things come from human error, and the human error is because they have not found out the eternal. When you find out the eternal, then you become a balanced personality. Absolutely a balanced personality. And the balance comes from divine wisdom. All the problems today are because human beings are not at that level of self-knowledge. Because human beings are still relatively living. One person thinks this is good, another thinks this is good. And that's how we exploit each other. We exploit the nature. We create problems and everything repels on us because transitory things, as you know, are transitory because they have inbuilt quality to get destroyed. They get destroyed, and gradually we learn from them how to destroy. But human beings are the epitome of evolution. God has created human beings as the highest creation. Maybe we have been given freedom, a complete freedom to choose. If we want to go to heaven, we can go. If we want to go to hell, we can go. So this freedom we have been acting on, we can say as trial and error, error and trial. And ultimately, a stage has to reach where we start thinking, what mistake did we commit? Where did we go wrong? And there we have to realize that the eternal we have not sought. We see this miracle, say, of flowers. We see the flowers, how beautiful they are, created by nature. We can't create even one of them. Spontaneously, they appear according to the different categories they belong. The choice. Such a big choice. All this and many other such living things are done by this divine power. But we take it for granted. We just take it for granted. And the greatest thing that has happened is that today human beings are brought to this level that now they have become divine computers. They can become divine computers. It's a very beautiful thing that is ahead of us. Only thing we should know that we have to grow into that new awareness. This is called as the one that we call knowledge. Knowledge is not mental knowledge. By reading, you do not become. Kabira once said that by reading too much, the great learned people have become stupid. First I used to think, how can that be? Padi padi pandita murakhavai. I used to think, by reading, how can people become stupid? The thing is, when you read, all others are in your head, but you are not there. And this is, I find today, that we think by reading will become the knowledge. Knowledge will be, but that's not a absolute knowledge. That's not. That is a relative knowledge. To get to the absolute knowledge, you have to become something. You have to become the Spirit. And once you become the Spirit, this knowledge is just manifested. It can be manifested even in a little child. And a child can know. It's a subjective knowledge, you can say, but absolute. It is not arbitrary, it's collective. You put 10 children who are realized and ask them, what's wrong with this person? Immediately they'll raise the same finger. This is the thing. Now ask that person, something wrong with your throat? Are you suffering from some trouble? He'll say, yes, how do you know? These children are telling me. So only the decoding is needed afterwards. That what's wrong with you, what finger is burning, what is the problem, and what does it relate to. You have to just know how to correct it. And once you know the art of correcting it, you can correct and you can perfect it. It's very easy to master this art. Of course, you must know you can't pay for anything like this. How much did we pay to the Mother Earth when she sprouted the seeds? If it's a living process, you don't pay for it. Living process do not understand money. How can you pay for these flowers when you have to pay to the Mother Earth? Of course you can pay to the florist. That's a different point. But to the Mother Earth, you cannot pay. She does all the job without any payment. In the same way, this is a living process, and you must know that you cannot pay for it. Anybody who says that I'm doing God's work, I'm doing this work for emancipation of your soul and all that, and takes money, tell him that he should redeem his own soul first. You cannot pay for it. You cannot put in effort also, because it is a spontaneous thing. Sahaja means Saha, with, Ja, bond with you, is the right of this union with the divine, is the yoga. For this you cannot pay, nor can you command, nor can you demand. You cannot ask. It just works. So, it's so simple. Now some people say, Mother, how can it be so simple? Anything that is vital, isn't it simple? As soon as we are born, we know how to breathe. Who teaches us how to breathe? Automatically, we start breathing. Anything that is important has to be simple, cannot be complicated. Now, about this subject, I must have given thousands and thousands of lectures in English language itself, leave alone other languages. So, there's no end to it. But as I always say, that when we come in this room, we see so many lights. Only thing, we have to put on one switch, and the lights are there. If I start telling you the history of light, and the source of these lights, and the electricity from where it has come, you will be just fed up. But it's all built in. So why bother? Just have the lights on. In the same way, it's all built in within you, all these beautiful things, these centers and chakras. Of course, we have to admit one thing, that in the West, the civilization has grown like a tree outside, but it has not sought its roots. This is the knowledge of the roots, and without the roots, the tree cannot exist, and the roots have no meaning if there is no tree. So it is all interdependent. So we must have the knowledge of the roots, and we have to know all about it. It is very simple, and you all can become masters. May God bless you all.
Let's do the last of the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradini Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. And I thought we would finish with a prayer. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me, in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. All the beautiful blessings of his are described in the Psalm 23, isn't it? That's the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd. All is described how he looks after you like a shepherd. Shri Mataji Nimala Devi, Ekadasha Rudra Puja, Italy, 16th of September, 1984. And Shri Mataji says this helps to strengthen the centre heart. I'll just put on some of that music again for those that just wish to be here for a few more moments, and then we'll finish up. Well, thank you everyone for joining. It was a very spontaneous meditation this morning. But I guess that's part of what Sahaja means, isn't it? Spontaneous in that moment. So thank you very much for joining. You'll have Sharon's Monday and Wednesday next week, so that will be nice and lovely to have your company as always. So when you're ready, just type your Kundalini, put yourself into Bandhan, and thank you for keeping me company this morning. Jai Shri Mataji.